Hey, I'm Joe here. I want to go over something with you real quick. I was talking to a client the other day. I think it was the end of last week, Thursday or Friday, and we were talking about SEO because we're doing SEO for them. They happen to be ranking on the first page and they're getting leads because of it. And I think most people think SEO is just about writing content. So when I showed him our SOP that we use at Top Click Joe, it kind of blew his mind. Like, for instance, it's 156 pages. So when people think that all SEO is writing a few blogs or something like that, they're completely wrong. Let me go through this. I will be posting this under the video. You'll see a link to it. I'll make it a PDF where you'll have a link. And anyway, let me just show you something here. I'm going to go through this really quick, okay? So what SEO, and this is we write these every year. Now it's 2025. So, Google's always having updates, there's always changes. So there wasn't AI a few years ago that we were talking about like we are now, and we're pretty heavy into AI at Top Click Joe. But what I'm saying is, it's changed because of AI search and things like that. Like I could go in here and try to do a search like I'm up in this bar here, but watch this. Carpet cleaning. How about carpet cleaning, Virginia Beach? See how it's in Chat GPT and it's doing all this? That's because I wasn't in Google and I was at the top. So everything is starting to become, like this is crazy. And this is all the people that are ranking there. But anyway, we'll get back to that. I just want to show you SEO, there's a lot of different parts to doing search engine optimization. There's technical SEO, which includes indexing, core web vitals, all first, mobile first indexing, core web vitals, like responsiveness. It's got to look really good on a phone. It's got to be really, really fast. That's a lot. Like speed does matter where it says speed. I'm going to go through this quick because it's 157 pages. Structured data schema markup. A lot of people don't realize this, but there's more than just one schema markup. There's for different pages. It could be for an author, it could be for a blog, it could be for your homepage. There are different types of schema markup, and it's important that the people that are doing your SEO understand structured data and schema markup. Also, and this is something that we use in-house for my employees. There's security and HTTPS. HTTP is pretty much gone now. That there's maybe some really old websites still use it. They don't use the secure with the S. And secure sites are very easy to do these days. So everybody should have an HTTPS. And this is why it matters and, all that. So this is something that my in-house people read and you can read it too and you can start to understand because there's a lot of information on here. This took a long time to build. Now, like I said, every year we're updating it, because we started making these several years ago. And then there's keyword research, intent mapping. Keyword research is important. We have several different types of software that we use for keyword research, but quite frankly, some of the best keyword research is just using Google search, things like that. But we use Ahrefs and we use keywords everywhere. And there's all this different software that we use. Like I said, you can go ahead and read this if you like. Another thing, AI powered keyword discovery. Well, understanding LSI keywords. Look, AI powered keywords are a thing now, right? People use AI like I just showed you ChatGPT. I can do a search in ChatGPT. Like I can grab this and I can just say best keyword for um, carpet cleaners. So best keyword for carpet cleaners. I can put that in here, and it should give me some keywords. So here's keywords: carpet cleaning service, carpet cleaning near me, right? And then it's talking about geo-targeted keywords like city name, like carpet cleaning Fort Collins, where I live, Fort Collins carpet cleaners, neighborhood, right? If you live in a certain neighborhood, carpet cleaning services, zip codes, specific keywords, themed carpet cleaning, eco-friendly, pet stain, commercial, you get it. So it will do that for you now when that wasn't a thing a few years ago. Now it is. So it's very important that we all understand this. And so my people understand it. content development, optimization, EEAT. Okay, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Let me show you what we've done at Top Click Joe, and you probably need to do for your own company. If I go to any of my blogs, I'm going to show you something. This is how you get authority. Your blogs are going to. So Google doesn't know me. I gotta introduce myself to Google, and I gotta show them in a way. Why am I different? So on every one of my blogs, there's an about me, right? It talks about my experience, but even more important, at the beginning of every one of about Joe Crivello Sorensen, you click on this and it brings you to my Joe Crivello Sorensen website, which is all about me. So now Google gets to see all about me, not just what I just showed you, a couple of paragraphs. This is everything. This is my story. I own Top Click Joe right now, right? And so I also, before that, I owned a service business for 27 years. I was a chef. I owned a Maridrive. For 27 years, I did water, fire, mold, roofing, those types of things. So 3 decades. So I know my clients more than they know themselves. So Google's able to see all this based on what I showed you in the beginning. It links to this. If I wanted to go to Google and put in my name, Joe Crivello Sorensen, Joe, let me just put my name in. It's there. Here it is. Right at the very top is my Joe Crivello Sorensen website. There's Top Click Joe. There I am on LinkedIn. There's Joe Crivello Sorensen, my story. There's Facebook. There's another Facebook because I have a Joe Crivello Sorensen Facebook, my name, and I have a Top Click Joe one. I have a LinkedIn. I have YouTube stuff. I have all of this, right? About my agency. So you can see everything that's happening here, which is really important. So this is really important that you really stand out. You need to understand that. So no, SEO isn't just about writing some content. Now we have content clusters and topic authority. That's like writing pillar pages and clusters. Pillar page could link to the blog post, call that a cluster, right? So you have a cluster of about 6 to 10 from the original pillar page that we build. This is something most companies don't even do. And we do this in SEO and we get people to rank fairly quickly. But even with that, it still takes 6 to 9 months to rank really well on the first page of Google, depending on how much competition's trying to rank on the first page. Remember, some people say, well, SEO, once you set it up correctly, you don't need to do it. Do you think all your competition just sets it up and stops? No. When you look at this whole thing and what's really involved in the right multimedia integration, and you start looking at everything involved with SEO, this will probably blow you away. This is on page, right? Optimization, like meta tag refinement, title tags. There's things like alt tags for pictures, all that in the back end. So all of this is about that. And then header heresy and readability. It's got to be able to be read. We like writing things in like 5th or 6th grade English because that way everybody understands it and it's very clear for everybody. So when you're writing blogs or you're writing a website, it can't be overcomplicated unless you're an attorney or something like that, right? And as you go down, internal leaking strategy, I show my people how we do internal linking, and I'm going to go fast now. Off-page strategies now. That's also important. Getting high authority backlinks, domain rating of 80 plus, right? Now, this is a goal, but most of the time it's around 40 domain ratings because it's really difficult to get these into some of these 80s. And quite frankly, these people want like $1,000 for one backlink, right? Because it's such a high authority right here. So you got to know that that's the case also. So as you go down, brand mention reclamation right here. I'm going to let you read all this. I just wanted to show you when you start talking about SEO, there's all kinds of stuff. We got to know about the algorithm updates, and we do. We have somebody in our company, that's their sole job is to look at all the updates and all that. And so as you keep going, emerging trends and adaptation, what's like an emerging, like AI, that's emerging, right? GPT-4, all this stuff. Now there's O1 Pro, EEAT is even important here, right? And then you have voice search optimization. Remember, people are starting to use voice search. They're using their phones. They're doing voice search. And when you do voice search, it's a little bit different than if you type in a keyword, right? Because now you're having a conversation. So it's conversational now instead of just like typing a word. So then you go down and visual search readiness. And so I'm going to let you look at this. I'm going to have it all here, accessibility standards and then section. Okay, that's the conclusion. Now we're on technical SEO foundation, and we do the foundations, and then we do all the stuff. This goes a little more in depth in what I was talking about above. Okay. So that's what all this is. And we keep going. So this is more about Core Web Vitals, but very detailed Core Web Vitals right here. At the top, I had a quick thing about it. Now I'm going in depth, right? So you can and understand schema in depth right here. We're going in depth on stuff like that and all the rest of the stuff. Okay. All right. So thanks for watching. I just wanted you to know you can all have a copy of this, that there's a little bit more to SEO than meets the eye. And when you do it correctly, it's a lot of work. It's not one person. We got to bring in our graphic artists. We bring in our video people. We bring in our SEO experts, our keyword experts. They're separate people. Now we have blog writers, content writers. We also have pillar page writers. So there's all this stuff that we're doing when we bring on a client to do SEO for them. But it usually works out real well for our client. We have a client in Los Angeles right now that we've been doing SEO for about 4 or 5 months. They're ranking on the first page of Google in Los Angeles, and they're a restoration company. So there's a lot of competition out there, but we're able to do it because, look, it comes down to this. It's called hard work. That's it. There's no big tricks. That's why we write these SOPs, so we follow the guidelines. And if anything changes, we put that in our SOP and we do it. At the very bottom, which I didn't get to, is a checklist for my people. They read all this stuff, but at the bottom, it's like, what do you do daily? What do you do weekly? What do you do monthly for SEO? And they got a checklist to check off all the time. So we're always on the same page. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.